Welcome kayo dito sa channel ko kasi dito nyo malalaman yung inyong requirement sa RE-CVF 306. So tara, sabayan nyo ako sa ating gagawing example ng mapping, journal mapping. Panoorin natin to. Now the process, prayers important for the enlightenment. And number 2, observation. You have to ask question about your item or the topic. These are the steps of observations. And then the words that are important, you have to highlight them. Learn and relearn to deepen your learnings. And then of course, what to remember, the truths that you discover and the connections. And the interpretation, so take all your observations and put it in your own words as much as possible. Then last part is the application. You have to claim your promises, and that is one sample. History mapping. So you begin with the year. You will write all the text needed on what you decide to do. This is value mapping. Okay, as my example, I would like to do a core values mapping or the value mapping, and I would choose commitment to Vincentian excellence. First, I will write yung commitment to Vincentian excellence. Vincentian excellence. There. And of course, I will also put the definition found in our school manual. And this is dedication to the highest ideals in the continuing pursuit of quality Christian and Vincentian education. Yan. So yan, sinulat ko na. You can find it there. Yan. Okay. So, may nagpupukpok at may nagraradyo sa kabilang side. Tuloy natin mamaya. Okay, so I will continue the work. So you can see here already the short bond paper with the written one of the core values, that is commitment to Vincentian excellence. So the next thing to do, as in a pattern, you should highlight some of the words that I wanted to understand better. For example, here, commitment. I will underline also Vincentian. And you can use, of course, different colors that you want to use. The word excellence, ideals, and I would like to highlight with another color the word Christians. Okay, so those are 5 words I would like to know better. And our guide would also, first and foremost, you have to know the background. Okay, ang background natin is of course, this is one of the core values of CSJ. And the means to, you can write here, means to attain the vision mission. Okay. After which you have to look at the words that stand out, the one that I already highlighted. So in simple words, I can use again different colors to map out. So commitment, for me, commitment would be, so it's up to you where you want to put it, but if it's possible, you can do already your artwork here. So commitment, maybe it's a promise or a pledge or agreement to do something in the future, and commitment. And then so wala nang space, so Vincent would be, some ideas would be, I would like to put Saint Vincent de Paul and Saint Louis de Marillac. Okay, you can also put pictures if you want. Some of part of mapping, you can also put design pictures here. And then I would continue to do excellence. So the word excellence in the dictionary would mean that this is greatness or perfection. So greatness or perfection, yung excellence. Now I have the word ideals. So can use different, and you can also put boxes as in like a map. Diba, yung mga map mayroon siyang places. Then the ideals, I will put standards. So and of course the last word that I highlighted is Christians. The Christians would be followers of Jesus. Therefore, the next to do is, after defining some important words, is to do the interpretation. So you have to write now your interpretation, and you can again put another box, interpretation, in simple words. So pwede naman sa Tagalog or sa Ilonggo. Therefore, sa akin, itong commitment to Vincentian excellence is just a promise that I will always involve myself in Vincentian ideals. I will try to know better Saint Vincent de Paul and Saint Louis de Marillac. Yeah, Saint Vincent de Marillac. So that's part of it. And after the interpretation, of course, you can already see the connection or the goodness. You can also put some, if you are, of course, part of it wala naman sa map, but if you want to put some art, then you can draw picture, flowers, or that would represent something that is there. So wala naman siguro connection, just to let you know na yun, may decoration, ganyan, that it looks like a map. So after the observation and interpretation, you can now, at least that's why you always have a Bible with you. So pwede rin naman makakuha ka ng quotations from Vincentian authors like Saint Vincent and Saint Louis. But then again, it's always nice to have reference with the Holy Bible. And for this particular core values, I choose Proverbs 16. So, pwede mong ilagay doon. Proverbs 16 verse 3. So, entrust your works to the Lord. Okay, Lord, and your plan will succeed. Okay, so I can again put a box just to differentiate. So this is my Bible reference. So therefore, if I promise that I will continue to learn the ideals of Saint Vincent and Saint Louis, I will entrust that kind of work to God so that I will be successful. So, nakita natin yung connect. And therefore, sa other side, ito naman using natin do, you can have, of course, yung application. Okay, you have your own way of putting it. Meron lang mga basic na terms, but you can always use other terms like lessons learned or action. So, for this particular, I will use application. So, or what I am going to do, okay, to be able to actualize and to put into life my decisions to entrust to God. So, application, I will find time to do exactly what I plan. And I can also write a little prayer, my short prayer. May prayer din ako dyan na saying, thank you Lord for the gift and graces you bestowed on me. Of course, this is generic, parang walang masyadong connect. So, then you put again like that, like in a map. So, yun. I hope I was able to give you a glimpse on how to do mapping. Okay? Thank you. This is a closer look. I started with the background or at least a little context of what you are doing. So, this is a you can also put here values mapping, and that would be part of the background. And then I highlighted or I circled those important words for me which I needed to look into the dictionary or to Mr. Google. So, ayun, lima sila. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, pwede naman dito lang lahat sa taas. Medyo magulo lang. Pero sana, pwedeng you start from here and pabilog siya doon sa article na kinuha ninyo. So, eto may dalawang box kasi you can also put decoration. You can put the picture of Saint Vincent de Paul and Saint Louis de Marillac. Sabi ko nga kanina, that's part of unloading the words or understanding the words. And of course, your interpretation matters also. Ito, dinagay ko lang so you can use. So, the Bible verse is important or any inspiration, not necessarily the Bible. Niready ko lang yung Bible kasi dito ako kumuha. Pero you can always get another words from the writings of Saint Vincent, from the writings of Mother Teresa na connected doon sa ginagawa nyong sa minamap ninyo. Okay? And to sample lang to, syempre magulo kasi gusto ko na siyang matapos para maintindihan nyo na, makagawa na kayo. So, sa application, something that is workable, something you can do. And of course, when you start with a prayer, you also end with a prayer. So, it looks like a map. Hindi maganda, pero it's an example. That's part of one na tinatawag ko na journal map na requirement sa prelim. And this is values mapping. So this is just a sample. It's not perfect. I know you will do better with your work. with your choices, with your creativity, and the way you express yourself. It will also reflect your personality and your decision making. I hope that you will have a grand time doing your work in your modules. This is just the output for prelim. And good luck